part 2. I am recording this immediately after recording the first one, so I hope you like the idea, the concept, and the first one, because we're back in with my apartment split into a bunch of apartments mini-series. This is part 2 of 5 according to my project folder, but I'm pretty sure there are like 2 more apartments that I haven't actually finished, and I didn't pay attention at the beginning of the video and see if it showed me like splitting them up. There's no way that there's 3 apartments on one floor. I bet you it's just 5. We'll find out eventually. Hi, I'm Rayleigh. I build in The Sims. I also stream 3 days a week on Twitch, so if you think my commentary is funny, you should watch me play video games. I don't know, that was bad. I'm not used to doing voiceovers yet. Again yet. I'm not doing, whatever. This apartment's black. That's it. That's the theme. It's black. I don't use black very often. I wanted to do something that was not cliche in terms of black. I feel like a lot of times in the Sims community, when you have an all black home or room or house, it gets very gothic, it gets very witchy. That's not what you're gonna find here. This is just very, I wouldn't say minimal because there is like clutter, but it's pretty bare. It's got the essentials, it's got what you need. It has 2 fridges, which no one needs, but you know, it's got a little desk area. It's got a cute little living room. I did a lot of plants to like not make the black monotonous. And it's again a 1 bedroom. I don't think any of these apartments are more than 1 bedroom. So I kind of love the idea of them being used for like a bunch of single Sims. And, you know, if you're playing out a storyline where you've got a bunch of single Sims that fall in love, this would be great. They can all live in different apartments and like hang out with each other. I know in the last video I said something about not putting dining room tables in a single family home, but this apartment was much bigger than the other apartment. So I actually had usable space for a dining room table that felt right. And there was like, it was so pretty. Oh, that's me accidentally turning on reshade. Does anyone know how to turn off those short keys for reshade? Because anytime I try to use my 10 key to like type in numbers for the tool mod, I always end up triggering like reshade, and it's so annoying when I'm trying to do things. But you know, I guess it's fine. I could Google the answer if I really cared. I was trying to see if I could make this side table a little bit more interesting, but I gave up pretty fast. And I was trying to play with different materials in this building, so you'll see there's a lot of like, I've got the raw wood, and I've got metal, and I've got the green, and I've got really thin like legs or really thick legs, just like really trying to play up with the visual interest, because otherwise I just feel like, I don't know, too much, it would just be like flat black, and no one wants flat black. Like, you want it to be interesting when you're playing there with your family. I was trying to make these vines like, I don't know, look like it's supposed to be a bunch there, and it's like climbing up the wall. It's cute, and it doesn't do the like flashy clippy thing. So yeah, pretty much the only color in this apartment is green, other than the black, because of how many plants I tossed around. I've been doing a lot of asymmetric, is that right? A lot of asymmetry with my fireplaces is what I was trying to say. My instinct is always to put them in the center of the wall, and you notice with the last apartment that I did, it's not in the center of the wall. It's like up against a window, which for heating insulation purposes is probably not great, but it's okay. It's The Sims. And with this one, at first I had it to the side, and then I put it in the center, simply because it helped to like line up this seating space. But if the seating space had been more of like a couch situation, I totally would have gone with the fireplace pushed against the wall, just so that there's like a realistic walkway. Oh, I should mention, I'm really bad at playtesting any of my builds. If it's something incredibly complicated like my upside down house, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to put it up here in the corner. You should watch it. That I play tested to make sure that you could actually live in the house that was upside down. But with things like this, I use my rough understanding of sim routing to hope and trust that things work as they are supposed to. Another thing in the past year that I've been really trying to work on and like pay attention to and get creative with is lighting. I think when you first begin building a lot, it's really easy to depend on the same lights and the same types of lighting. And like I used to only really go for overhead lamps and then like standing wall lamps or table lamps as decor, not really as a light source. And something, since I've been building so much in the past like 5 years, building houses, building things for the channel, building things on stream, building things to share, and like really pushing myself, I've been trying to do other things, get a little more artistic, get a little bit more creative with it, not necessarily go for the full-blown, completely lit up space. So if you're ever watching one of my builds and you're like, this is too dark for my taste, feel free to light it up more. Do your thing. But like that's why. I'm trying to push myself, trying to try new things. I think it's really easy to depend on saucer lights, and I like challenging myself. If I didn't like challenging myself, I would just build the same thing over and over and over. But I can't do that. I don't have the attention span. I was trying to do this cute like wardrobe wall here, but what ends up happening is because this is the tallest wall height, you just have this huge space that's just not, it doesn't do anything, it doesn't look interesting, and so I end up actually moving the bed against that wall so that I can do like a really interesting, like, what's it called when you have a headboard, like headboard situation, and I end up moving this like wardrobe to the side by the door, which just ended up making a lot more sense. I use this, it's like a sign from, I believe, Dine Out, and I ended up using that as the headboard instead. And this definitely seems like these are techie, new gadget type people. Like not so much that they're like gamers, but enough that they have like a cool light up headboard and they've got like a fucking neon sign in their living room. Like, who are these people? So that's cool. I don't know if they changed this in the actual game, so someone let me know, or if this is from the tool mod, but I can change the lighting in build mode now. And I never could do that before. So that's fascinating. Someone let me know, where did that come from? I love it. So grateful. Makes building so much easier because I prefer to build without a sim. I know a lot of people have like a building sim that they go to a lot with and like they have $1 million or whatever. But I actually just like to build on the lot by itself without a sim, so that way everything is unlocked and I can just like easily find everything that I need without having to enter in a bunch of cheats. So I love that I can edit the lights now within the like building mode because I don't have to worry about it anymore. With this entryway, because it was such a fucking big entryway and it was also like their desk space, I tried to find a way to make it a little bit more functional. So we've got a bookshelf there and there's a bike. I don't really know if these curtains work. Oh, I went with these curtains. Sorry. I thought I went with the movie theater looking curtains. I went with these curtains instead. Just kidding. I love these curtains. These curtains are great. Hey Harry actually has custom content version of these curtains and they are stunning because they're like sheer and they've got a bunch of different colors. 10 out of 10. I don't use them in building though because I upload everything to the gallery. So here are screenshots. I love it. I don't normally play with Sims who aesthetically vibe with this too much, but I love this apartment so much that I ended up making like a city witchy modern vibey sim. Just because I loved the feeling of this apartment. It feels very clean. It feels very chic. Look at me using words like chic. Who am I? So, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you on part 3. See you on part 3, baby.